My dad and I had been hiking out in Colorado, and on this day we were doing the Shavano Tabiguache Pair, which to anyone accustomed to climbing 14ers know isn't very difficult, just a fun day hike. As the sun came up, we noticed it was completely cloud covered, but figured they'd all burn off in a few hours. As the day goes on, we summit both peaks and are coming back to Shavano completely engulfed in the sheet of clouds. Visibility was a good 10 feet max. Now I say the difficulty isn't bad, but as we're making our way down Shavano, back to the tree line, we ended up coming down the opposite side of the mountain. Now we make it down about 2,000 feet before we notice something's wrong. Just then, the clouds decide it was time to start pouring on us, with the fog only getting worse. As we come down further, the incline starts getting relatively steep, and we decide the best move is to turn around and go back up the saddle and cross back into the valley we came up on, which is a very stupid decision. We make it about 1,000 feet back up, and we still can't see the top anywhere in sight. And the several ton boulders we've been climbing up are hella slick and are starting to shift with all the rain. Still pouring, I finally decide it's time to try and call search and rescue. After spending 30 minutes trying to get a signal, we manage to get a hold of them, and they say that all that we can do is go all the way down to the valley and hike through the woods for several miles until we run into the Colorado Trail. They had no way of reaching us. At this point I tell my dad, at least there's no lightning. And just like that, a few hundred feet away strikes the first bolt, and from then on, we're in a full-on thunderstorm, 1,500 feet above the tree line on the side of the mountain. So we freak the hell out and start running down the mountain, not caring about slipping or falling. We manage to make it down to Shavano Lake without making any more than a few scrapes and bruises, and we think, hell yeah, we did it. It was just a quick walk in the woods back to camp. And I'm not going to go much more into detail, but the woods we ended up walking in were another 5 hours in the pouring rain / near freezing. I'll never forget how good the shower felt that night.